Good afternoon, and today I decided I'm going to do 20 blonde jokes in 4 minutes. A blonde, a redhead, and a brunette were all lost in a desert. They found a lamp and rubbed on it. A genie popped out and granted them each one wish. The redhead wished to go back home. Poof, she went back home. The brunette wished to go back home with her family. Poof, she went back home. The blonde said, "Aw, I wish my friends were here." The blonde goes, "What does IDK stand for?" The brunette says, "I don't know." Blonde, "OMG, nobody does!" How many stupid blondes does it take to make a circuit? 2. One to stand inside the bath, the other to pass the hairdryer. What's the difference between a blonde and a computer? You have to punch information into a computer once. How did the blonde die drinking milk? The cow fell on top of her. Why can't a blonde dial 911? She can't find the 11. What does a postcard from a blonde's vacation say? Have a fantastic time. Where am I? How do you keep a blonde in suspense? Present her with a mirror and tell her to wait for the other person to say hello. Why are blondes immune to bad cow disease? It only affects the brain. How can you tell if a blonde is a natural blonde? Blow in her ear. If natural, watch as she floats. What do you call blonde twins doing bubblegum commercials? Double dum. Why did the blonde go to the rehab center? Because she thought she was hooked on phonics. What is foreplay for blonde? 30 minutes of begging. What do you call 4 blondes lying on the ground? An air mattress. How does a blonde drown? You put a mirror at the bottom of the pool. What would you do if a blonde threw a hand grenade right at you? You'd pull the pin and throw it back. How many blondes does it take to play tag? 1. Why did the blonde tiptoe past the medicines cabinet? She didn't want to wake the sleeping pills. How do you confuse a blonde? You don't. They're born that way. So I realized that some of these questions are bad. And I'm really sorry for that. And when I mean bad, I mean insulting. But to be honest, I was a blonde. And what I mean by that is now I'm like a really light brunette, apparently. But I act like a blonde, which is why I did these jokes. So I really hope no one got offended, because I'm perfectly okay with blonde jokes. I really am. I have a group of friends who, because I'm or was a type of blonde, all they do is just make blonde jokes 24/7. And sadly some of them are true, because it's happened to me before.